Alright guys, hello, welcome back to another video. I'm gonna do my makeup, but I also want to talk, so I'm gonna be talking about doing my makeup. How cute are these clips, by the way? Makeup by Mario, so cute. I had two pairs, but the one I lost on New York Fashion Week in September. Put them on one of the models and never got them back, but it's okay. All good. So anyway, actually, let me go grab my moisturizer real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just feel like I have a lot to say, and what better way than to sit here and do my makeup and just talk to you guys. I love listening to podcasts, and I love watching videos like these too, where it's just like people just kind of vent, not in a bad way, but it's just like, you know, share their feelings, and it's totally fine to do that even if not everyone agrees with you. Loving this moisturizer. I got it from Amazon. It is amazing. I used to use Kiehl's for a really long time, but then I don't know how I did not know this, but apparently they test on animals, and it's 2023. I'm over brands who still to this day test on animals. I have my own dog, so I just like feel like, I don't know, just it hits different now that I have my own pet. I hope you're all having a great 2023 so far. I feel like with a new year, you know, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, like new goals, or society maybe makes you feel like that. Me personally, I like to create goals so I can like have an idea with what I want to accomplish for the year, what are some things that I want to do, whether it's like save more money towards something that I want, whatever it may be. Because I feel like without goals, my days just kind of go by and I don't even like really realize, and I'm just not as productive, and I just don't feel good about myself when that happens. Like, it's fine to have a few days where you're not as productive, you know, don't get me wrong, but to like kind of just waking up every day and being on autopilot and not really aiming for anything or working towards anything, it just like, being said though, like it can be a lot with like pressure, like whether again it's from like society or your parents, family, friends, whatever it may be. Especially when it comes to friends, we're all like at different paths in our lives, and when you get older too, like with time, you sometimes tend to outgrow people, and it's okay. Like, people change, shit happens, whatever. But the thing is, I feel like often, let me grab a mirror because I can't see shit. Often I just feel like we compare our journey to other people, and it's so easy to do that. Like, you know, especially now with social media, like how can you not? You just see literally all the highlights everyone's posting, and oh my god, that person got married and engaged, and that person's having a kid, and that person moved out of their childhood town. And when I was like in my early 20s, I'll be 28 next month, so my early 20s, I felt like I would definitely compare a lot because there were kids my age at 20 years old that literally moved out, and I was like, how the hell are they affording to move out? And again, everyone has a different journey. Maybe they were working more jobs, maybe they couldn't stay at home, whatever the reason may be. I don't know what the reason is because again, their journey is different than mine. And nowadays too, I just feel like it's the same pressure because in being almost 28, it's more like marriage, kids, or you're still living at home, you know, just stuff like that. And you know, it's like, who's putting this timeline and pressure on us? Like, we're all on a different path, and it's okay if so and so is getting married and so is moving out. Like, it's okay. And for a long time, I would just feel like I was kind of having this like inner dialogue or like inner little voice, like just tell me like, oh my gosh, you're still here and you're still not doing this. You know, all those negative talk, negative thinking, all of that good stuff, you know? Once you start doing that, it does not get better. If anything, it gets worse. So today's video, I just really wanted to focus on our own timelines, and honestly, screw timelines because they do not serve you in any way or form. If anything, they just make it worse because, you know, there's people who'd rather get married younger, and that's totally fine. And there's other people who don't even want to get married. So again, it's your own life, it's your own timeline. So let's just like stop comparing, because again, it's not serving us at all. The older I get, the less I want to like tell people my goals and my plans. And that's not because, oh my gosh, like I don't want to tell you. It's more of like, I have this feeling like if I put it out in the universe, I don't want to put it out until it happens. Or like I can put it out in the universe where like I'm on my own, like if I'm in my room and I'm just like, by so and so I want to like buy a house, you know. But I don't like telling people like a timeline, or by then, or by this, or by that, because also, not to be rude, not everyone wants you to achieve your goals, not everyone wants you to see you like do well. And that's not a you problem, it's a they problem, because they just have trauma or shit that they need to deal with and they don't deal with. So then they just kind of put that out towards you, like, oh well, gosh, look at so and so, like she's moving up, she's doing things with her life, I'm not there, I'm still stuck here, whatever your situation may be. And they just kind of put the like bad juju, bad vibe, and we don't like that, like that bad energy. So number one thing is, honestly, keep things to yourself. It's different if it's obviously like your boyfriend, or I don't know, even sometimes with my parents too. Like I love my parents to death, like we're Greek, my family, literally, like we're all like a huge, very strong, close family, like at least like with my parents, brother and sister. I just feel like I tell them everything. And for a long time I did tell them everything, and now it's not that I don't tell them everything, but certain things and certain goals I like to keep them to myself, because again, I don't like saying things and then I don't achieve those goals, because then I feel like shit. It's like I said, oh, so and so happened, and then it never did. So then I just feel shitty. It's not that my parents would be like, oh my gosh, you didn't achieve that. I just would feel not good, because I learned my lesson. Like when I was in college, I also, when I was in school, I was definitely more of a workaholic than do my homework and go to class. I still showed up. I'm like, C's get degrees, you get the point, whatever. But when I was in school, like I prioritized work, and because I just enjoyed that more. I just felt like I was getting something back. Like I was working, I was getting money. Where in school, I just feel like I was just showing up in class, and it just, anyway, whatever. That's a whole different situation. But when I was in college, I finally started getting out of my anxiety. I started doing things for myself, traveling to Los Angeles on my own for like beauty shows, makeup conventions, YouTube shows, like all of that. And I started driving to New York City, where before it used to give me so much anxiety, but I was like, fuck anxiety, it's not holding me back from shit. So in college, I just really went straight on doing things for myself. And then I was like, I'm gonna move to New York. I want to move to New York. You know, the typical dream that basically every college kid has for the most part, either Los Angeles or New York City, especially if you don't live in California or New York and you're like in other states where there's not much going on, like Maryland. You're like, I want to move to New York. I want to move to New York. And then I was like, I want to move to LA. Like basically wherever I traveled, I was like, I want to move here. I want to move here. And I was like, what, 22, 23, things were exciting. I was finally like leaving home for a little bit, doing things of my own, but I never moved to New York. And here we are now, I'm almost 28. And sometimes I feel like when people do ask me or bring it up, it kind of makes me feel shitty, because I was saying it so much out into the universe, and I didn't know any better either when I was at that age. Like I didn't know about like positive energy and attracting things and manifestation and all that stuff. I didn't know anything. So now sometimes, you know, people don't ask me in a like a mean way, but I can tell when someone's genuinely asking, like, oh man, we should, like, you wanted to move to New York and never happened, like why not? You know, they're actually interested why it didn't happen. But then you also have the people who are very like glad it didn't happen, like, oh yeah, remember you used to say you moved to New York, and then just kind of making you feel like shit because you didn't. And I'm like, yeah, no, I remember. I was also like in my early 20s, like a typical dream that everybody had, you know. And now as a 28-year-old, well, almost, I guess I should just say, you know, I'm still 27. Now as a 27-year-old, it's like, yeah, I would go give New York a try for like a few months just to say I lived there. But like a full-time New York City gal, no. I'm not really a big city person anymore. And it changed with age. It's changed. Like now I love having a backyard, and I love my peace, and I love to be able to drive with my own car, and just I love that. Like the busy city vibes. It's fun for a weekend, maybe for a week when I'm up for New York Fashion Week, whatever it may be. But for full time, you know, I could probably do like a month, like rent a place for a month and say I did it. But like maybe somewhere else in New York, maybe not really in the city. But again, the point is things change and we all have a different timeline. Just because that never happened doesn't mean maybe I never want to do it. But we kind of at the end of the day have to be honest with ourselves and we know what we truly want. Now, when people or like even my brother, if he like thinks about doing something like that, I just say do it because you don't want to grow up and regret it. Like sometimes I do wonder like, oh, what would it have been like if I actually moved to New York when I was 23? Would I be in a different industry? Whatever the reason may be. But then I also see it like I got the job that I got out of college because I was meant to get it and was still in the beauty industry with an amazing brand that I absolutely loved. And I'm like, okay, maybe this is like a sign from God, like here's your job here in Maryland and it's all good. And now like I don't really have any regrets. There's other things that I want to focus on, and the older I get too, obviously certain things have to make sense. Like I don't want to just move to New York and just say, okay, I live in New York. Like financially, does it serve me? Does it benefit me? Is it the smart decision? And I'm not trying to be realistic because I hate when people are like, be realistic. Because everyone's definition of realistic is different. But sometimes growing up, it's like, well, be realistic. And now I'm like, when the day comes and I have my own kids, like my husband and I are not going to be telling my kids be realistic. Like whatever you want to dream, whatever you want to do it. If you think you want to be a full-time like singer and you still can't sing, go try it out, whatever it may be. But I just hate that, like be realistic. Going back to making decisions, it's not like I'm being realistic. It's just more like, are they benefiting me? Does it serve me? Like why would I move now to so and so state, you know? Is it for work? Is it just for fun? If I move here, like would that stop me from my other goals of achieving other stuff money wise? So it's just like more things go into it. I should probably start doing my makeup instead of just talking, right? I just realized I'm like, shit girl, you are talking, but I'm just, I just, like, again, I had a lot to say. And yeah, so if you guys ever like just kind of feel like stuck or like what if this, or maybe I should have done that, just know that your life is meant to happen the way it's supposed to. And I know so many people are like, oh yeah, whatever happens happens, or like blah 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 blah. But if you look back, the dots do connect. Don't be so hard on yourself. It's also never too late to do it. If you are 28 or 35, 40, and you still want to try a different state, do it. It's never too late. Even if you have kids or whatever it may be, whatever it is that's holding you back, just do it. I feel like we put so much effort into overthinking things, and most of the time it's just us making up scenarios in our own head where reality is actually like not as bad, or it's a lot easier. And once you do make the move or the choice, whatever it may be, you're like, wow, that wasn't even that bad, because well, it wasn't. Anyway, those are just my thoughts for that. I just feel like, again, we get so stuck comparing to other people or seeing other people who make it seem so easy to like move or whatever it might be, but you never know what they're going through. You never know what they may be struggling with. So that's where I just kind of come to like peace with myself. Like, you know what? It's fine. Like, I'm enjoying my life. Still being at home, I've been able to try so many different like things out business wise and make other choices. But I feel like if I was like living on my own, renting especially, I just feel like I wouldn't be able to try so many different things. And again, that's just me. There could be people renting and they can still start like so many different businesses. Everyone's like a different situation. So never compare yourself, like your journey to theirs, because comparing is literally the thief of joy. And we just don't have time for that anymore, people. It's a 2023. We are bettering ourselves, focusing on ourselves only. Like literally, like just kind of like a tunnel vision. Like what are your goals? What do you want to do? And just keep going. I've literally, I know it's only like January 18th today, but since the new year, I've like spent less time on social media, and it's kind of hard because obviously like I do love content creating, I do like showing up, you know, linking my links, sharing my businesses, but I'll go on there, do that, and that's it. Like I no longer scroll and watch people's stories, even if it's like my best friend. I just don't longer do that. I mean, you know, once in a while, yeah, maybe, but if it's like day to day, like Monday through Friday, you know, I work for myself, but still it's just like I try to create a schedule for myself and a routine. So it's like if it's like in the middle of the day, like a Wednesday like today, like don't sit down and just scroll and waste your time watching other people's lives. Like go record the YouTube video, go make that website, like go edit your podcast, or go spend quality time with your dog. Like it doesn't have to be work, but like things that make you feel good and that they serve you in a better way rather than just scrolling on social media. I feel like I'm saying so much in this video. I truly don't even know what to call this video, but I guess we'll find out. This brush I love. It's Rare Beauty, like a concealer brush. Absolutely love. So good. Yeah, we all have different goals, you guys, you know? And me personally, I say this all the time, but like when I move out, I don't want to just move out. Like I'm not trying to be bougie either. Obviously I'm not gonna move out and get like $1 million home right away, no. But the thing is, like, I also don't want to just move out and just like settle for something that we're not happy with, you know, just because, oh, okay, we moved out. No, I want to feel good and excited when I move out. Like I wanted to like feel good and be like where we want it to be, whatever it may be, you know. Again, we're all on our own journey. We all have our own goals. So just focus on you. What do you want to do this year? What are some things you've been saying you want to do but you haven't yet? And the best thing to do too is like to kind of make a monthly list basically. And obviously you can just start off, which I know I try to do that, like, you know, new year, it's January, and you're trying to do 20 different goals all at once. That's a lot. And then you're gonna get burnt out and you're gonna like be turned off and give up on your dreams, goals, whatever, right away. Start off like little by little. Like what's the one thing you really want to work on first? So for me, honestly, literally simplest thing, drink more water. I got this as a gift for Christmas. Love it. Love the color too. I had no idea how big the Stanley Cup hype was. I didn't know how the hype is big, okay? You probably already know if you're like on TikTok and stuff. I didn't know it was that big, but anyway, I got it as a gift and I've been feeling so much better just by simply hydrating myself. And I carry this everywhere I go, anywhere I go, like in the car or trip, whatever. And it feels so good to like actually drink water. But before, I'm not kidding, I did not drink water and I just always felt sluggish, no energy, tired, like moody, like so much. And I truthfully just sounded like a broken record because I'm like, like constantly complaining. Like, that's not the vibe we want this year. I want to be energetic and be positive energy around people. And yeah, I'm going to have my shitty days where I'm not feeling well, but I don't want to pour that negative vibe into other people. Like I want them to feel good when they're around me. So again, simple as like drinking water has helped so much. And then one thing at a time. Like you cannot do everything at once. I have so many different goals I want to do this year and achieve and plans, whatever, but I cannot do everything at once. So again, I'm drinking my water. I've been trying to read more books little by little, just like little habits that make me feel good overall. And then again, posting video. I may not have like a set routine schedule yet, but I'm better to post something than nothing. And that also goes back to like perfectionism. I'm giving that up for 2023. With time, I'll get better. So just like post it. Even if you don't think it's good, just post it. I'm not kidding. I literally posted an IG, like a reel, maybe a month or so ago. It got like 3.3 million views. It was the most random thing ever. I'm literally walking in New York for 5 seconds and it's just like the back of my coat. The video that I barely put any effort in to and like almost kept myself from even posting got so many views. So it just shows like let go of perfectionism and just baby steps at a time. And I was watching this one video and she was saying like small steps and small habits may not feel like big enough or that they're even doing anything, but kind of think of it as like building a house. So day by day you're adding one brick, and it feels like you're not doing much, like literally think brick by brick each day. But then if you continue to do all these little habits every single day and you look back, like the house is built. So once you start doing those little baby steps, taking action day by day, even if it's like something little like drinking more water, then you're gonna look back a month from today and be like, wow, you have a routine now, like a morning routine, your workout, you know how much water you're gonna drink, and it doesn't feel like, oh, I have to drink my water, oh, I have to work out. So baby steps, guys. Like, it's all gonna happen, it's all gonna work out, just keep going. Oh, right, we're almost there. Let me know in the comments below what some of your goals may be for the new year. I'm always like to see what other people are working on, but obviously if you don't want to like put it out there in the universe, it's okay. You don't have to. You can keep it to yourself, whatever makes you feel better. But yeah, honestly, this year I'm just like not holding myself back. Even for a long time I was like, I want to go back on YouTube, and like I literally gave myself every type of an excuse. I was just like, no, I'm just like too busy, I don't have time. Just so many different excuses like that literally can go on and on and on. And the only thing that did was hold me back. Like every year at the end of the year I was like, oh my god, what if this year I finally had started my YouTube channel and I was posting more often, and I finally grew like a following, community, like for me to like talk to, whatever it may be. And every single year, and I was getting annoyed with my own self because I'm like, girl, this is your own toxic behavior, you need to work on it, no one else is gonna do it for you. So now this year I'm just like done holding back. I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna post. I don't care who sees this, I don't care if it's family, my dad, which my dad does put my videos on like the main TV downstairs. I love him, thanks for the support, you know, whatever. But I don't care who watches this anymore. I don't care if it's like friends, whatever, college people who I'd never talked to. It is what it is. Like, and I hope this inspires you to go after what you want to do, because at the end of the day, like, people don't even talk that much. Like, when I see somebody like posting YouTube videos, I'm like, damn, look at them posting YouTube videos. I'm not like making fun of them. I'm like giving them so much credit for putting themselves out there. I'm just quickly almost done my makeup. I have a bunch of other content that I do want to record today, and videos too. I've been using a lot of Mario lately, but I have not used his foundation yet. So if any of you have tried his foundation, let me know. And also another thing that I really want to focus on this year is absolutely my health, and not just like lose weight. Obviously, I'm sure I did post a video before this where I'm talking about my weight loss journey and everything that happened, but I want it to be more like where I focus on my health. I nourish my body. See, I have balance, but I also just want to do more research on like what type of like green juice should I drink and the benefits of each vegetable and fruit. Like, I enjoy that stuff. So I want to get more into that and just like make juicing part of my daily routine. And juicing is great, but it does get messy and then you have to clean it. But again, that's just an excuse. Like, is your health your priority? Then okay, make the juice and then clean it. Like, don't sit there and be like, oh, but I have to clean, I'll just do it tomorrow. Like, no. And that actually brings me to the word discipline, because for a long time we're like, you know, be consistent, but we cannot be consistent if we have no discipline. Like, discipline is where like you don't feel like working out, but you're like, no, I want to reach my goal, so I am gonna get up and work out. Or like even today I could have chosen to just like sit in my sweats without any makeup on and just like drag throughout my day, and I no longer want to do that. I want to get up, have energy. Discipline is very important. Whatever your goals are, you must have discipline, because that's what keeps you like showing up and working at things and keep going. Even if you're not seeing results, like, keep going. It's not gonna happen the first time you post a video or the first time you lift a weight. Like, eventually once you start lifting more, then you'll get more confident at it and get better at it. So just keep going, you guys, keep going. And then last but not least, I'm using my Fenty Beauty Gloss Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm, and this is Pinch Me shade 3. It's like the perfect little pinky color. Perfect for like every day. All good. Ready to take on my day. You just feel so much better just by like trying a little bit, you know? Like I use this little mirror, so I really have to check if everything is blended. I need to self-tan also. I just feel better with that, but all good. That was it for today. Again, I don't know what I'm gonna name this video. I just feel like I just kind of poured my heart out to you all, but thank you so much for watching. Stay focused on your own goals, on your own journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.